Hello everyone and welcome in another Arduino tutorial. In this tutorial we are going to see how we can smooth out the ADC reading. You may have noticed in our previous tutorial where we had read the ADC value and displayed that on a C# interface that we got a buggy and noisy values from our ADC. While reading the ADC, we may get some sensor noises or some hardware noise or any kind of noise mixed with our ADC sampling. So the most often we do add a delay if we are not concerned with the actual sampling or the fastest sampling. So we add a delay as we have done in our previous tutorial is a 1 second delay. But what that does is it skips the readings or sampling in between the second that we had delayed. So the most common approach to smooth the value is taking the average. So you get some number of samples and you average them. So that's the first thing that we are going to try out in this tutorial. So let's get started. So first of all, this is the previous this is the code from our previous lecture, and first of all I am going to sum the values and then taking the average. So this is how I'm going to do this. There could be some other ways as well, but I'm going to demonstrate the simplest or the easiest or the dumbest way to do this. Okay. So this is an array of AVG. Let's call it AVG or anything you wish. Let's take this 10 samples and initialize the array with the 0. Cool. So now let's take another variable of I to iterate over this. And now what I'm gonna do is I am just looping I is equal to 0, I is less than 10, and I plus plus. So I'm just looping over and taking 10 values. Okay. So I'm going to take 10 readings and saving it in an AVG array. So that's how it should work, right? And now here we need to add some delay of sampling delay. Let's add it 1 millisecond for fastest sampling, or you can reduce it even more, let's say delay microseconds, and you can add some 200 microseconds delay in between one sample and the next sample. Okay, so now we have 10 samples of the ADC value. The next thing that we are going to do is that we are going to sum all this. Okay, so for summing we need a long whole sum is equal to 0, and I is equal to 0, I is less than 10, and I plus plus. Cool. So now we are going to add values in our sum AVG I. Right. So now we have our sum. We can print out that summation to the serial, and we need one more variable here, unsigned int current average is equal to 0, and now we have current average is equal to whole sum divided by 10, and here we are going to print current average, right? So that's a little bit of code to take 10 samples, then sum them, and then divide by the whole number. So let's first try out this code in our actual Arduino, and after that we will look into some ways to short down this code, okay, and improve how to improve this code. So let's upload the code, and while it's uploading, let's wait. Okay, so it's uploaded. Let's see the values or the readings in a terminal first. Okay, so now you have noticed that reading is pretty smooth, so it is not deflecting, right? Now it is a little bit. Okay, so I changed the potentiometer attached to my Arduino A0 pin, and you may notice that it is pretty smooth, although it still have that glitches of 1, but now the glitch duration is extended. The drawback of taking the average is that it lags the value, because you are reducing the sample time, but you also are printing the result after 10 samples, so you are lagging 10 samples. So if you want to see it in plotting, the value may look something like this. So let's change the value all down to 0, and again. Okay, so now let's get back and remove this 1 second delay as well. So let's see how fast it goes, and we will be printing very fast, so we can see the graph to change so rapidly. So here we have, now I'm changing the reading of the potentiometer. As you may notice that we are still facing a little bit of noise, but now it is the averaging method makes it a little smoother. Okay, and if you notice the reading in the display, it is 772, so it deflects between 772 and 773, and as you may have noticed, it is very almost smoother than the previous sampling. Okay, so how to improve this code? As you may have noticed that we don't need that buffer, and we can directly neglect that one, and we can directly take the samples, right? So we can copy this analog reading, and we can do this right here, and we now don't need to save that. We can just take the samples, and if once we had done with the 10 sampling, so now that we had taken the sum of all the 10 samples, we can do the same thing, and we are ready to upload this code, and it should be doing the same function as our previous code was doing. So now we have this reading, and you may notice the change in the reading as well. So I had attached a potentiometer which is not so noisy, but it displayed some noise to you. But okay, so that's the graph. I'm changing the value of the potentiometer attached to A0 pin. Okay, so that's the reading and the displayed output, and here you may see the noise as well. It do smooth, but it also have noise as well. So the next thing is to take the moving average filter. So what is a moving average filter? It basically remembers the last 10 samples and take the average of only the last 10 samples, so not the current. It changes the value so basically what you are doing in the moving average is that you are keeping an array, which is in our case 10 samples of the array, but you are not taking the 10 samples. You are taking only one sample, and you are pushing that to an array and taking the average of the array. So you are not 10 samples away, you are only in the running average. So it is a rolling window, running average, moving average, the all thing as the name of the same thing. So first of all, let's define a window size. Let's define window size and let's say 10. So our window size is 10. So here we can remove this and use that macro in our averaging. And now we had to move this from local to the global. Our window should be global, and now also change this variable from average to the window, and this is our window now. And the size of the window is 10 samples. So first thing that we need to do is to push a number into that array. Okay, let's void it and push and int val. So the next sample will be pushed into the window. So here what we are going to do is we need to push it to the last and remove the first item. Okay, so we need to rotate the whole window to the left. So how we are gonna do this? First of all, we need a variable to loop through, and now we are going to loop all the way of window size and I++. So what we are gonna do here, let's start this from 1, and what we are going to do is we are rotating the window. And how we gonna do this? I minus 1 is equal to window I. So what this will do, it will shift all the variables from I minus 1 from position of I to the I minus 1. So it is basically rotating the whole window to the left. And once we are done, what we are going to do is to push the current value to the window I location, so which in this case will be the size of the window. Okay, let's do this minus 1. I should be not 10, it should be a 9 and 8. So basically what it is doing, okay, window size minus 1 is equal to val. So this is window size minus 1 is the last index. This is just to make sure that we are pushing items into the last index. And that's for all for pushing. And how we are going to take the average of these, and for taking the average, all we are gonna do is to take average function, and in this we need to do the same thing which we had done before, but is the taking the sum and then dividing by the average window size. So let's make a variable sum is equal to 0, and also the I to iterate, and then I is equal to 0, I is less than window size and I plus plus. This is just to iterate over the window, and now over sum is plus equal to window and I, and after that we are returning is sum divided by window size. So that's of our taking the average. So what we are going to do, first of all, we are taking a new sample, and now let's remove everything all the way here, and int current sample is equal to 0, and take this sample current sample and delay microseconds, which is the sampling delay, and we had used 300 for that, and push that into the window and take the average of the window and print that to the serial terminal. So here what we had going through. Cool. So that's how our code is structured so far. Let's upload and test. It's being uploaded, and if we open up the terminal, so that's the reading. I'm changing the value and up to so far. So if we see this on the plotter by opening Ctrl+Shift+L, so that's the plotting. This is the output of the moving average. So here is another tricky way and cool way. We are taking the average of with two functions, but you can reduce this code and do efficiently with the use of pointers. And I demonstrated this code just to explain you the whole process, but we have a very good guest for this moving average. I am putting this guest link in the description. This is from BMMCCOR Mac. So this code is very good for taking the moving average. It is what it is going to do is this function for moving average. It is taking the pointer of the array numbers and sum pointer and position and length and the next sum, the next number. So what it is going to do, it is basically removing the last the very first index from the total summation and pushing the current input to that position, and after that it is just dividing with the total length, and that's how it takes the moving average. So you can also go through this code and you can just do this moving average with this efficient one function. So this is how it is taking using this function, and you can check out this guest. I'm also putting the link in the description. That's the two very famous methods of smoothing and very common methods of smoothing the ADC value in the Arduino, and it is also very basic of code of filters, the moving average filter, which is widely used in the small application also in the Arduino, and very other large applications it has in other domains as well. But for as you an embedded developer, it is very good to know about the moving average and how to smooth the ADC reading. So this is the very common problem that every embedded developer while taking the samples from the ADC faces, and that's how you solve it. There's another way when you need an efficient and more smoother readings. There is another way of exponential moving average filter, which we are going to cover in our next video. So stay tuned and don't go away, and wait for our next video, which will be on moving average, exponentially moving average filter, which is a type of IIR filter and very common to smooth out the readings. So that's all for today's video, and stay tuned.